Have you ever met someone who keeps absolutely everything? Old newspapers, empty boxes, broken gadgets, plastic bags, receipts from years ago, all stacked up in corners, closets, and sometimes even in the bedroom or bathroom. But what if this habit grows into something more serious? What if the person becomes anxious at the thought of throwing anything away? It's defined by persistent difficulty discarding or parting with possessions, regardless of their actual value. Because of stored items, avoidance of inviting people over, and conflict with family members about the clutter, this isn't the same as being a collector. Collectors usually organize their items and find joy in maintaining them. Several factors are often involved. Genetics, it can run in families. Brain function, differences in decision-making, and emotional regulation. Many people like to keep things. Some reuse items, some are sentimental. Others grew up in frugal households. Some find comfort in knowing they have extra resources. A man sleeps on the floor because his bed is buried under bags of clothes. An elderly person falls frequently because of blocked walkways. Some, an object represents a memory, a time when life was better, or someone they loved. Throwing away the item feels like throwing away a piece of their identity or past. Others fear that if they let go, they'll need it later and regret it, or that they're being wasteful by discarding things. These feelings can be overwhelming, especially when paired with anxiety or depression. In these cases, hoarding is no longer a preference. It's a condition that needs care. Criticism increases shame and defensiveness. Don't throw things away without consent. Start with empathy. Ask, why is this item important to you? Encourage help, not force it. Their collection is neatly organized, and they actively trade or sell items. This is not hoarding. This is a hobby. Collectors usually have a specific interest in a particular area. They enjoy researching, organizing, and displaying their items. Hoarding, on the other hand, is characterized by clutter, disorganization, and an inability to part with possessions regardless of their value. Offer support, not ultimatums. Be patient. Recovery takes time. Understanding is more powerful than pressure. It is not simply a matter of being messy or lazy. Therefore, it should be approached with empathy, understanding, and patience. Maybe you kept that one toy for years or couldn't part with a certain item. Share your experiences below. You never know who you might help. Why do some people hoard trash? May seem strange. Why keep broken toasters or expired food? Well, it depends. If it's stuff that brings you joy and you can afford to maintain it, it's probably not hoarding. But if you're emotionally attached to everything, can't get rid of anything, and your surroundings are becoming chaotic, it might be time to seek help. Remember, it's okay to ask for assistance. Reach out to mental health professionals who can guide you through the process of letting go. They are unable to donate or discard these items despite their uselessness and the health hazards they present. They become agitated when anyone suggests cleaning or organizing. This is a clear example of hoarding disorder. But for someone with hoarding disorder, these items still have perceived value. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to click that like button, share it with your friends, and follow our channel for more psychology content. Your support helps us continue creating informative videos for everyone. No, some hoarders are good at hiding their clutter, keep their front doors locked, and their windows covered with curtains or blinds. They may also be adept at deception, lying to others about the state of their home or avoiding invitations to social events. This is due to shame, guilt, and fear of judgment from others. Many hoarders internalize negative societal views of hoarding as laziness or dirtiness. This can lead to further isolation and exacerbate the hoarding behavior. They might believe they'll repair it someday, or that the food might still be good. They have boxes filled with childhood drawings, love letters, and sentimental objects. While this may seem excessive to some, it is not necessarily hoarding, unless it is causing distress or interfering with their daily life. Sentimentality is a normal human response to emotionally charged objects. It can bring comfort, joy, or a sense of connection to the past. However, it becomes problematic when the attachment to objects prevents one from moving forward or living a fulfilling life. It's not about logic, it's about emotion and a different perception of usefulness. It becomes a problem when the volume of items interferes with daily life. A person cannot use their kitchen, bed, or bathroom normally. They experience distress or relationship issues because of it. Their health or safety is at risk. Trauma, such as childhood loss, financial hardship, or sudden change, and mental health conditions. Anxiety, depression, OCD, hoarding can lead to isolation and loneliness. Health hazards from unsanitary conditions. Fire risks from piles of flammable materials, financial problems from excessive buying, and strained relationships with family and friends. In contrast, hoarding creates stress, embarrassment, and even health hazards. And that emotional reaction is what makes it so hard to let go. What if the clutter starts taking over their entire home? This isn't just being messy. It might be a sign of something deeper. At first, it might seem like harmless clutter. Today, let us talk about hoarding disorder, a mental health condition that is more common than people think. But before we begin, remember to hit that like button and subscribe for more insightful psychology videos. So what is hoarding disorder? Hoarding disorder is a recognized psychiatric condition. It reminds me of someone I loved. It's still useful. Or even I feel safer with it around. But why do they feel this way? Key signs of hoarding disorder include an excessive accumulation of items, severe anxiety or distress when attempting to throw things away, limited living space. People with this condition often say, "I might need it one day." As with many mental health conditions, there's no single cause. For those who hoard, the brain sees throwing things away not as a neutral act, but as a threat, a loss, or a mistake. Is it always a mental health issue? It's not necessarily. For example, a woman can't cook because her kitchen counters are filled with unused appliances. One of the biggest drivers behind hoarding is emotional attachment. That leads us to another question. Before we continue, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel. Now, back to our topic. How does hoarding affect a person? Many hoarders know their home isn't normal, but they guarantee know how to fix it, or feel too ashamed to ask for help. So what can family and friends do? If someone close to you has hoarding tendencies, don't judge. Now let's look at what hoarding looks like in different situations. Scenario 1, the collector. You have a friend who loves to collect stamps, coins, or vintage video games. Scenario 2, the sentimentalist. You meet someone who keeps every card, letter, and gift they have ever received. Scenario 3, the hoarder. You visit a relative who has cluttered living spaces filled with garbage, broken appliances, and unnecessary items. Now let's talk about a common misconception. Is hoarding always obvious? It's important to recognize that hoarding is a serious mental health condition that can significantly impact a person's life. Wrapping it up, is it hoarding or just having stuff? On a lighter note, do you have a funny hoarding story? Finally, how much stuff do you have stacked up right now? Be honest, admit it. We all have our clutter moments. Thank you for watching and staying until the end.